This is me, a guy in his early 40s trying to get down a kiddie slide. Oh dear, not a great start to the vlog. In July 2023, me and my family of four decided to come to the Hibiscus Gardens in Marmaris for some much needed sun away from the dreary rain of England. This is my review of the hotel complex and local area. All in all, the gardens and entrance and buildings were all well kept and well maintained. The gardeners were there each night, trimming the grass, cutting the hedges, making sure everything was nice and clean and the plants were well watered. It was a bit of a shame that there were no ball games allowed on this patch of grass, as it would have been ideal for the kids, but with it being so close to the bar area, I'd imagine footballs knocking people's drinks over and balls hitting people while they're trying to sunbathe would have been a bit of a problem. So it wasn't too bad in the end, but there was area out the back where they could play football, which was good. There was a few notices on the board as you walk into the main hotel room, just to let you know things like there's only one toilet roll, so you need to go to the local supermarket to get your own. And also, if you went out and bought your own fan, there was a charge of £10, which I felt was a little bit bizarre. There was Wi-Fi, but it was quite expensive. I think it was about £30 a week. But we managed to get Wi-Fi in other places, in bars and restaurants, and also in the bar area of the hotel. We had a double room, so the two kids were in this room here, which did get very warm at night because the air conditioner didn't do a great job of cooling down both rooms. But with the fan that we bought from the local supermarket, it did everything that we needed. We had a little hob there for boiling water and making the odd things for lunch. The fridge had a freezer and plenty of room for what we needed. The bathroom was clean and Turkey standards. It was pretty basic, but again, it did the job. And a big call out for the cleaners who came every single day, changed our bedding, and had a general tidy up in the room, which was quite nice, and refreshing when you'd been out all day. Here is the fan that I managed to pick up from a local supermarket for about £18, which over 2 weeks served its purpose. And here we have a nice little balcony, just enough room for 4 people to have the tea and a couple of drinks at night. The main bedroom wasn't great on storage, so we were living out of our suitcases for a majority of the time, but it did have just enough plug sockets for charging electricals. The air conditioner, well, it did the job in the main bedroom, but again, like I said before, it didn't get the children's area too great. But the main bedroom did have its own balcony as well, which overlooked the back of the hotel into the play area, table tennis table and gardens. So it was nice to have 2 balconies. At the back of the hotel, it was a little bit overgrown, and it's a shame really, because if they would have made a bit of effort on this, it could have been a nice little play area for the kids. as you can see, the table tennis table had seen better days, so that wasn't used very much at all. And there's quite a lot of space out here as well, which would have been fantastic, even a hammock for a little afternoon snooze. The play area again was very basic, and I did see quite a lot of kids playing in here, but it was very old, and again, with a little bit of effort, I think it could have been fantastic round here, and the kids may have spent a lot more time. Crazy Golf, well, it was all overgrown, unfortunately, and it would have been ideal, and I think they're missing a trick here with this one, because such a large Crazy Golf area, it would have been nice to just come out here at nights before maybe going for a meal and coming having a game with the kids. I think the hotel would have profited really from it as well, and another little area for ball games there. Each day they did have special offers on the food, and the bar area was really good. Plenty of seats, a nice atmosphere at night time. There was even a pool table for the kids, which they didn't have to pay for, which kept them entertained, so that was good. We did have the fajitas one night, which were reasonably priced, and they were really nice, and quite a few guests did eat in there quite regularly, but we did like to go out to the local restaurants. The pool area was nice and tidy, and the kids had a slide to play in, although disappointingly it was only open for 20 minutes in the mid-afternoon and 20 minutes later on in the afternoon, but they did have some fun on it. There was a nice kiddies slide as well, with a little kiddies pool that was nice and shallow, although I'm not sure why the colour of the water in both pools was different. It was only a short walk to the local amenities. There was shops, markets, and here we have a local sock, which is a little bit like our Lidl, which is where we got all our daily drinks and snacks for lunches. There was a U restaurant, which was quite busy at night, a bit loud for us, and then there was shops where you could buy football kits and bags. Among other various restaurants, they had a Hate Doner, which we had one night, which was really nice, and a big shout out for Ricky's Chippy, who sold sexy chips. They were really nice, and the fish, the batter was lovely and soft. It was one of the meals of the holiday really. As you can imagine, the nightlife in Marmaris was pretty pumping each night. People jumping on the tables, plenty of bars to go to, and at the same time lots of shops, restaurants, markets, people selling things on each corner. It was really lively at night and really colourful with all the lights. So what's our overall rating then? Well, the holiday was a 10 out of 10 because we had a fantastic time, and I'd give the hotel perhaps 7 out of 10. Not too much wrong with it. I think there's a few things they could improve on, one being the garden area where the Crazy Golf was, and maybe the park for the kids. Other than that, there was friendly people. The cleaners worked exceptionally hard to keep the rooms tidy and clean for us, and all in all we've had a great time, and hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you want to see more content like this, like and subscribe. If you are thinking of going to Hibiscus Gardens, or if you've been and you'd like to make a comment about it, feel free in the comments below. Until next time, take care and happy holidays.